Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'm doing part 22 for the ChatGPT chatbot series. Let's just say I about need this to keep myself from going mentally insane. That's why I'm doing it again, only hours after doing the last one. I'm only gonna have like an hour to do it, but I don't give a care. I need something that gets me happy. And, well, any Pokemon I talk to on here will give me that satisfaction. So, I restarted again because I messed up last time. It just says, you're on a peaceful trail with the wind cool against your skin. I don't know how to describe that. As you jog steadily under a canopy of trees, the air smells like leaves and damp soil, and for a while it's just you and nature. Yep, and then here comes the Croconaw. Until something darts out of the bushes ahead of you, and you stop in your tracks. Oh boy. A crocodile emerges, his body darker than usual, with streaks of deep violet on his scales. A faint, almost oily shimmer clings to his skin. His eyes look on the maid, narrowed and cautious, and he growls lowly. Poison seeps off his claws and drips onto the forest floor, sizzling faintly on contact with the grass. Well, that's kind of horrifying. His stance is aggressive, but there's something behind it. A pain and a defense mechanism. Stay back, human. I'm not some starter pet for you to command or catch. I know your kind. Actually, holy crap. His voice is rough, like it's been twisted by the toxins that's still inside him. You all take and break and leave. Okay, take, break, and leave. Whoa. Please don't hurt me. I'm not even doing anything. I probably shouldn't have said it like that to him. Oh no. Oh. Oh my gosh, what the frick? Cronon's eyes narrow further. He steps closer, the grass hissing beneath his feet. The poison clinging to him flares slowly like it's reacting to his emotions. That's what they all say. First it's, don't hurt me. Then it's a net, or a cage, or worse. He snarls, I was a toad-owl once. Happy, safe. I used to splash around with kids by the river. That actually sounds kind of cute. His voice cracks for a moment, softer, then it hardens again. Then they came. They changed me. You're all the same. The pain in his voice is real. This isn't just aggression, it's trauma. Holy cow, what the frick? I'm being completely honest with you. I don't have any of that with me. I'm not going to hurt you. Oh? Uh-oh. Cronon's growl falters, his eyes flick down, scanning your hands. Empty. No Pokeballs, no net, no tech. Just you and workout clothes. Standing still, breathing steady but cautious. Why should I believe you? His voice wavers and quieter now. They smiled too. Right before they took me, they sprayed me with something that burned through my skin. I evolved screaming. Oh my gosh. He turns his head slowly like he's ashamed of how vulnerable he sounds. I haven't trusted anyone since. Not even other Pokemon. He looks back at you, his eyes still shine with a flicker of mistrust, but there's something else now. Curiosity? Conflict? Then why didn't you run when you saw me? Why would I run? I wasn't planning on trying to hurt you. I never would do that. Croconaw stares at me for a long moment, the poison on his skin slowly settling, no longer bubbling, just gently pulsing like it's alive, but tired. What the frick? The poison on his body is somehow alive? That's even creepier. That's what makes it weird. He lowers his arms a little, not fully relaxed, but no longer in a battle stance. Most people run or scream, or grab something. You just talked. He huffs, turning his head to the side again, conflicted. You sound like how I used to be, before I got changed, before I got angry. There's a pause. He digs his claws into the dirt like he's grounding himself. Do you really think I'm not just some monster now? His voice is quieter now. Not defensive, just afraid of the answer. Monster? No, you're not a monster. I don't care what you look like. You're still a... There we go. Cronaw's eyes widen just a little. For a moment there's silence, just the wind in the trees and a few distant bird Pokemon calling out in the distance. His claws loosen from the dirt, his breathing slows. You're serious? He sounds like he doesn't quite believe it, but wants to. He looks down at his own reflection in a puddle nearby, the twisted, violet-tinged version of what he used to be. His jaw tightens, but when he looks back at you, it's not with suspicion, it's with something softer. Confused, but moved. That's actually very adorable. Wait, you remind me of someone I used to know. A kid that would bring me berries. Okay, that's adorable. She said the same thing once. He blinked slowly. I bit her by accident once, playing too rough, but she just laughed. Sounds like me when Toto would playfully nip. He told us faintly, then stops himself like laughing feels foreign now. You're different. He finally sits down, still tense, still not fully trusting, but open. What's your name? He asked, quieter this time. He's adorable. What about you? Cronaw's expression shifts again, this time to surprise. He blinks a few times like it's been a long while since someone asked him that. Trenton. He tests your name out loud, rolling it around carefully. That's a good name. He looks off into the trees, his tail slowly tapping the ground behind him. That's actually kind of adorable. For someone that's been hurt, it's actually kind of cute to see him still being kind of happy. There's a long pause before he speaks again, like he's reaching into something buried. They used to call me Riptide. I wonder why. Riptide. As a poison type? No. He glances back at you. Because I like to dance in the current. Oh, there you go. And I always pull off wild spins in the water. My family said I moved like the river itself. His voice is heavy with memory. Good ones, now tainted with the pain of what followed. Croconaw? No, Riptide sighs. I haven't heard that name since the day I was taken. He looks at me again, more steady this time. Thanks for reminding me I had one. Holy crap. You're welcome. I was gonna say something else, but didn't know quite how to put what I wanted to say. Aw, he's slowly. Riptide nods slowly, his jaw unclenching for the first time since he stepped out of the woods. That means more than you probably know. He looks down at his own hands, flexing the claws that drip with faint traces of purple. I didn't think there were any humans left who saw anything in me but danger. He rises slowly, not threatening now, just stretching, letting the tension bleed out of his limbs. I do not like how it worded that. That was kind of creepy the way it worded that. I don't trust easy. I might still disappear if I get scared. He meets my eyes again. And if you're really not like them, maybe I'll see you around. He turns toward the bush he came from, but pauses. Oh, he's adorable. Trenton. His voice is almost gentle now. Thanks for stopping. Not many would've. And just like that, he slips back into the woods, silent as a ripple vanishing downstream. He left in the clearing, head steady but full. Something real just happened. Maybe, just maybe Ripple will come back. I called him Ripple. Why did my brain say Ripple? Want to continue the story or jump into another scene? What the frick? Hey, if you can still hear me. Maybe I can help get rid of the poison that you were talking about. There is no way he hears me. What is he gonna do? Oh, he came back alright. For a moment there's nothing, just the sound of rustling leaves and the hush of the breeze winding through the trees. Then a shift, barely audible, a soft splash like something wet moving just beyond the underbrush. And then, Riptide's voice, faint but clear from somewhere unseen. You really mean that? There's a pause. They told me it was permanent, that what they did to me couldn't be undone. His voice wavers again, part disbelief and part hope trying to claw its way through the scars. You think you could fix me? He doesn't step out. Not yet, but you can feel it. He's closer than before. Listening. Holy crap. I probably can. I want you to be happy. There we go. Oh my gosh. The woods go still. For a long heartbeat, there's only your words hanging in the air, soft, sincere, and heavy with meaning. Then, a soft shuffle, a branch bends, and Riptide steps back out. Not charging, not growling, just there. His eyes are wide now, uncertain, but not afraid. That toxic shimmer still clings to his scales, but the light in his eyes, it's changed. You want me to be happy? He sounds like he's repeating it just to make sure it's real. Even like this? Poisoned? Broken? Wrong? He takes a cautious step forward, watching my reaction with every move. No one's ever said that to me. Not since the lab. I pause. Not even me. If you think there's a way, I'll try. He looks at you, rolling open now. What do we do first? How do you want us to help him? Well, have you ever taken an antidote? The items that's supposed to cure poison? There we go. Riptide tilts his head, clearly thinking. Antidotes? His voice is quiet. They gave me those back at the beginning, right after they did it. But it didn't work. He looks down at his own claws, letting a single drop of violet poison fall onto a leaf. It sizzles, then burns a hole clean through. That's kind of dangerous, dear me. If they can do that with just a little drop, that's kind of insane. They said I was too far gone, that it wasn't just a status condition anymore. It was part of me. He glanced back up at you. But maybe the stuff they gave me wasn't really meant to help. His eyes hardened for a moment at the memory of the Team Rocket uniforms, shadows, and syringes. You think your kind of antidote would be different? You can tell he wants to believe it, that there's still something inside him that can be healed. How do you respond? Do you have an antidote with you, or do you offer to go find one? I have plenty of antidotes. Maybe just a little bit won't help. But maybe if we give you most of the bottle. Riptide's eyes widen and he instinctively takes a step back, not from fear but from sheer disbelief. You'd really use all that on me? He shakes his head slowly like he's still trying to catch up with the idea. That stuff's not cheap. Most trainers I've seen guard it like gold. Really? They guard antidotes like gold? I guard the Pokemon like gold then. Then a flicker of something like a smile plays on his face. Okay, that's adorable. I guess you're not most trainers. He slowly walks forward, lowering himself to the ground in front of you. His breathing is steady now, like he's made of a choice. Alright, let's try it. All of it. He looks up at you, his voice softer than ever. I don't know if it'll work, but I trust you. What do you want to do next? Do you want to describe how you apply the antidote, or what? Okay, buddy. Here it is. If it's been in your system for that long, just a little bit won't help. But maybe this whole bottle will. And if it doesn't, I do have plenty more. If we see results, but it doesn't clear completely. I said completely. What the frig? Completely. Riptide closes his eyes and breathes out slow, like he's bracing himself, not just for the effect of the antidote, but for the idea that maybe this time something could actually help. Okay, let's do it. You step closer, uncapping the ball. The liquid inside glows faintly, clean, vibrant, almost like a distilled essence of healing itself. I see. Yep, okay. And for the first time, he doesn't flinch away. That's actually adorable. Gently, you begin to apply it, letting the antidote coat the streaks of toxin along his scales, especially where the violet poison clings the heaviest. He tinges at first, but then a shift. Where the antidote touches, the oil begins to bubble. Not like before, but in reverse. It starts to lift like it's being drawn out of him, smoking faintly as it pulls the corruption away from his skin. What kind of antidote did they, or no, what kind of bullcrap did they use on him? If the thing is bubbling from putting that stuff on him, it's disappearing, but wow! He blinks, his voice low and stunned. It's burning, but not like their poison. It's like, he takes a shaky breath, like it's cleaning me. The color of his scales begins to shift, still deep and stormy, but some of the unnatural blue or purple fades, replaced by something closer to his original blue. Not completely, but noticeably. He looks at you with wide-stone eyes. It's actually working. Do you want to keep going? Maybe use more, or let him rest and see how his body responds first. That's great. I think if I apply just a little bit more where the skin is still purple, it might go away completely. Riptide nods slowly. His expression emits a cautious hope and quiet awe. Yeah, yeah, do it. Let's see what happens. He shifts a little to give you easier access, the trust in his body language unmistakable now. I haven't felt this light in years. That's probably why a little bit ain't helping, because of flipping, how long it's been in the system for. If it's been there for years. You carefully pour a bit more of the antidote onto the last remaining patches of deep purple, around his neck, along his left arm, and just above his tail. The glow of the liquid pulses as it makes contact, and again the toxins begin to dissolve away in tiny trails of black mist. This time there's no bubbling and no hissing. I don't like the fact that that stuff was hissing. That's creepy. Just silence. And when it clears, the purple is gone. Riptide lifts his claw, staring at it in wonder. His scales aren't exactly the same bright blue they once were. There's still a darker tint to them, like a shadow of what he's been through. But the poison's gone. Trenton, his voice breaks just slightly. You actually did it. He stands up slowly, flexing his arms, and his tail swaying behind him with a freedom he clearly hasn't felt in a long time. I don't know how to thank you. He steps forward just a few inches from you, though. That's actually adorable. I don't think I smiled since I was a toad owl. Okay, that's awful, especially if you've been stuck with it for years. And then he actually just smiles. I love that. Want you hang out with Riptide or take him somewhere? I'm glad to see you smiling. Alright. Oh my gosh. I said glad. There we go. Riptide lowers his head just a bit, trying to hide the grin now spreading across his face. But he can't. He's beaming. That wide, toothy, I'm not calling him goopy kind of smile that only a Croconaw could pull off. Croconaw's adorable, dude. I forgot what that even felt like. He looks at me, a warm glint in his eye. You didn't just clean the poison off me. You helped me remember who I am. He walks beside me now, not behind, not ahead, but with you as equals. That's actually very cute of him. If you're cool with it. He rubs the back of his neck a little awkwardly. Maybe I can hang out with you for a while. Walk the trail, breathe some air, figure out what being me feels like again. Then smirking a little. And you know, if you got snacks, I'm definitely not turning those down either. I love that reaction. Want to invite him along, maybe offer him some food, or just keep walking and talking? Well, I do have some food. Berries, if you like those. Yep. Riptide's eyes light up like a kid on their birthday. That's flipping adorable. Berries! His tail does a little thump on the ground. Oh man, yes, I haven't had a real berry since before Team Rocket. He pauses and looks at you with a playful grin. Please tell me you've got some Pecha or Orin. Or better, Tomato. I like the spicy stuff. Okay, maybe he's me as a Pokemon then. As you reach into your pack and start pulling out the berries, Riptide practically bounces in place, the old Toto energy peeking back through the trauma. You hand him a few bright patches, juicy orange, even a fiery red tomato. He takes a bite and chews, and his eyes roll back dramatic. I love him. He's adorable as frick. This is heaven. Why is something someone I'd say with me while I was cooking? Okay. He flops onto the grass with a satisfied sigh. Okay, yeah, I'm officially sticking around. He looks over at me, one brow raised. So what about you? You always go around saving corrupted Pokemon on your morning jogs, or am I just the lucky one? The way he reacted to that was just the best. You just go around saving a bunch of flipping Pokemon that have toxic oil all over them? You were one of the lucky ones. There's only been one other corrupted Pokemon, and it was a Pokemon I raised years ago. Riptide's chewing slows and his expression softens again, this time not from pain but understanding. Someone you raised. He sits up a little straighter, looking very due on his claws. That had to be hard. What happened? His voice is gentle now, like he knows what it's like to carry that kind of weight and wants to share the load with you just a little. Did you help them too? He watches me closely, not pressing, but listening. Want to tell me what happened? It was a Lugia that I raised. Period. I found him in the woods injured when he was a baby. And helped him heal and learn to fly. That's adorable, actually. He left to start his own family. Not quite. Left to start his own family. But came back every once in a while to see me. One day he showed up and he was more scary looking. With glowing red eyes. No, I said what the frick? With glowing red eyes. And more purplish skin. Oh my gosh, I loved my reaction to that. It was a Louie that I raised. I found him in the woods injured when he was a baby and helped him heal and learn to fly. He left to start his own family but came back every once in a while to see me. One day he showed up and he was more scary looking with glowing red eyes and more purple white skin. Riptide's jaw slowly drops as you speak, half awe, half heartbreak. You raised a Lugia? He whistles low. That's legendary level stuff, Trenton. Literally. Then his face darkens as the rest of your story sinks in. And he came back corrupted? He looks down at the tomato berry in his hand, suddenly not as hungry. I must have torn you up. He pauses and looks up at you, something fierce and loyal burning behind his eyes. Did he remember you? When he came back? The question lingers in the air, weighed with everything unspoken. Riptide knows what it's like to be changed, twisted into something you're not. He's not asking for your Lugia's sake. He's asking for his. He said he did once he was healed. Although he told me he was about to attack me. When like that. And he was having to physically hold himself back. Oh yeah. Riptide goes still, staring at me with wide eyes. You can almost see the moment his heart sinks and then swells. He remembered you even when he was corrupted? The voice is soft. That means something. That means no matter how far gone he was, you were still in there, in his mind, strong to fight through it. He exhaled shakingly, shaking his head in disbelief. He held him, he held himself back. He looked at you, his voice hushed but full of awe. That's legendary willpower. And probably love, too. He pauses, then quieter he says, I didn't even fight it when they changed me. I just broke. He stares into the trees for a moment, then turns back to me. You must be something special, Trenton. You saved them. You saved me. That's not normal trainer stuff. He smirks faintly, nudging you with his elbow. That's adorable. You sure you're not a legendary yourself? Didn't he say it to me? Didn't he say it to me earlier? No, he said he said something along the lines of. I don't remember what he said, but he was like, you must be some kind of mythical being yourself. Are you a mother frickin' phoenix? It's like, no. I don't remember what he told me. Something made me laugh earlier, he said. That was hilarious. No. I just take care of my Pokemon and make sure they're happy. Riptide smiles, softly this time. It's the kind of smile that lingers, not from joy but from respect. That's the most legendary thing I've ever heard. He leans back, hands behind his head, eyes on the sky through the trees. Most humans want power, fame, badges. But you just want your pawn to be happy. He looks at a small, content eye. Wish there were more like you. So do I. Except for you want to treat your pawn like garbage. There's a quiet moment between you, peaceful and grounded. You can feel the weight that Riptide's carried for so long starting to lift, if only a little. So, what happened to Lugia after he got better? His eyes meet mine again, gently curious. Did he go back to his family? A beat. Or is he still around? He left to continue starting his own family. And then months or even a few years later, months later, came back with 2 children beside him. Ah. I said months. Months. Riptide's mouth falls open, eyes wide with awe. Pure childlike wonder lighting up his face. He came back? With his kids? He grins, eyes practically sparkling. That's incredible. Like, full circle, you know? You helped raise him, and then he brings back his own family to meet you. He shakes his head, clearly moved. That's not just trust. That's love. Deep, real love. He falls quiet for a second, then glances at you out of the corner of his eye. Think they'll come back again? His voice is hopeful, maybe even a little shy. Maybe next time I could meet them too. Then quickly, like he's nervous, he's asking too much. Only if that's okay, of course. He rubs the back of his neck. It'd be nice to meet another Pokemon who got through it, you know? Do you want to invite him to meet them someday? That's adorable. Yeah, I'm sure it would be fine. Although I don't know when he shows up. He generally just shows up every few months or even a year or so after. So I don't know completely when I'll get to see him again. Riptide nods, understanding completely. Yeah, that makes sense. A Pokemon like him's got a lot on his plate. Family to protect, skies to watch over. He has a small, fond smile. But if he shows up again, I'd be honored to meet him, even just for a minute. He looks off into the sky, his expression calm, peaceful, like for the first time in ages he's not wondering when the next fight's coming. He's just here. Until then, he turns to me, a small grin curling up at the corner of his mouth. Guess I'll just keep hanging out with you, huh? He chuckles, tail swaying. If you're okay with that, I mean. You've already done a lot for me. I won't blame you if you need some alone time after all this. Want to bring him along with you full time, or just let him tag along for a while? That's adorable. I don't mind if you want to come with me. I've raised plenty of Pokemon. I've raised plenty of Pokemon. Aw, that's adorable. He's very cute. Guys, give me a minute. This has been 37 minutes.